Today we're going to make an Aristocat Marie cake topper. Let's start with a rounded rectangular for the body and then shape it like a J shape. At the back, you can see that there is a floral wire. I did this beforehand. This will be the skeleton of our cake topper. For the legs, I need you to create a sausage-like fondant. We will create both feet using this fondant. When that's done, all you have to do is cut them in the middle, then we'll have 2 feet. We will use a fondant tool to help shape the feet. First, you have to create the gap between the fingers, and then you can also use this to separate the feet from the legs. When that's done, I want you to drag the legs into an L shape and use the fondant tool again to help you make the separation more prominent. Cut the legs slantways, this way it will be easier for us to stick it to the body. Using a fondant tool, I want you to merge them gently. Don't forget to use edible glue so that they won't fall off later on. Repeat the same process for the other leg. From time to time, don't forget to double check if they are about the same size. Of course, they don't have to be perfectly the same, but we don't want a feet that is too different from the other one. When you're happy with it, now let's create the front feet. Use both of your fingers to create the feet, one on each end. We want the legs to be kinda like a cone, wherein the middle part is slightly thicker and then gradually getting thinner. After that, just cut it in the middle. Like before, we want to cut it slantways. This way, it will be easier to stick it to the body. Again, repeat the same process for the other leg. Marie has this kind of fluff in front of her chest, so we want to create this triangle-like and cut it like this. I will try to put the link in the description below where I bought this item. And using edible glue, just stick it on front of her. Marie also has this big pink ribbon on her back, so I want to add this circle fondant on her neck. This will make sense later on. You just have to follow it for now. We can now start creating the head. We want the middle of the head to be circular and there's 2 pointy bits on the sides. We want to make it as smooth as possible. And then, use your thumb to create the hollow part of the eye. We'd also want the nose part to be a little bit pointy. Just make sure that you're doing it gently so that when and if we make a mistake, we can always change it back. Otherwise, we'll have to repeat the process from the start. When you are happy with it, you can now use the fondant tool to make all those changes prominent. Now this is what we're trying to achieve. We will be using a different fondant tool for her mouth. Push the sides back a little bit so that her mouth will be a little bit more prominent. I felt that the nose is a little bit lacking, so I wanted to add more fondant on it. This will also show the lips of the cat. Using a fondant tool, you can gently merge them together. We want to create a line in the middle of the lips because every cat has it. And then we can add a pink triangle on the mouth. This will be her nose. I am just cleaning her face right now. I want the face to be as smooth as possible. We will now start layering the eyes. We will start with the white circle fondant and a blue smaller fondant on top of it. I want to add the black fondant around the eye as well. If you're liking our video tutorial for today, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And the circle black fondant for her pupils. I'll also add 4 eyelashes on each eye. Put the head on top of her body. We want to create a diamond shape for her ears and then cut it in half. After that, I want you to create a smaller version of this but in pink. Put them on top of each other. Using this fondant tool, we want to combine them together. Cut the excess fondant. After that, we just have to put it on top of the head. Don't forget to use edible glue so that they won't fall off later on. A strip of black fondant for her eyebrows. Make sure that they are aligned with each other. I will be adding a little bit of hair on top of their head. Of course, let's not forget to put some strands. I will be using this mold because she has this little bow on top of her head. And then just stick it in front of her hair. And we'd want to add her tail as well. We want it to be wrapping around her body. So we will create a big bow because she also has this big bow on her back. You can start with the pink flat fondant and cut it in a rectangular shape. Fold it just like this. And a smaller pink fondant to cover the middle part. Now we just have to put it on her back. And that's how we make Aristocat Marie. If you're liking our video tutorial for today, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you!